Hey, what's up? Welcome back if you're new. My name is Elena, aka FrumpyFit. I'm an online weight loss coach who's dedicated to calling out all the BS in the fitness industry and providing you with accurate fitness, nutrition, and weight loss information. Today we are doing a TikTok reaction video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. To be honest, I've kind of distanced myself from weight loss TikTok, and now all I watch are like dog videos. But it just got to be too much. Every once in a while, if I came across a bad weight loss video, I saved it for this exact moment. And so I've gone through those and I've selected the absolute worst TikToks I've ever seen related to weight loss. Like, all I have to say is prepare to be absolutely infuriated. And if being infuriated about really bad weight loss advice, like toxic weight loss advice, is not gonna be the best for you, might be a good idea to skip this video. But if you can manage, we are in for a doozy together. And I guess that goes without saying, like, I picked the worst ones, but I have already seen these. I just think that the lessons that we can learn from how bad these are important to share with all of you. But before we jump into that, this video is sponsored by Built Bar, my all-time favorite protein bar. They taste like a candy bar. That's why they're my favorite. And not only that, they actually have better like calories to protein ratio than a lot of the other bars that also taste good. So like all around, best protein bar on the market. And actually, funny story, I did a giveaway in December where I gave away a bunch of different stuff, and included in that was 2 boxes of Built Bars. I went to the post office with all the stuff, like carrying all the stuff, and this woman looks at me and she goes, "Oh my gosh, I love Built Bars." And I was like, "No way." And she was like, "I don't know how they get them to taste that good." And nothing like that has ever happened to me before. So that is a testament to how great these bars are. I'm holding up my faves right here, which is like anything coconut related, but they have so many different flavors to choose from. But anyway, if you want to try these bars, which obviously I highly recommend, you can use this discount code at the link that's in the description to get 15% off your order. Thanks Built for sponsoring this video. Okay. These are the kinds of videos that like age me prematurely because I get so upset. So we're gonna start off slow. I'm gonna pick like what I would consider the least bad. And then we'll just jump into the worst right after this. The worst of the worst. Okay, so if you can't read the comment that's on the screen, it says, "I started after you and I had a lot less weight to lose and I lost 30 pounds too. It's not that hard." So the reason I'm including this one is because of this comment, not his response. His response is like, so I'll let you listen to that, but like, I'm gonna tell you why this comment pisses me off after we watch this.
Hey guys, it's Rory Smith, and it's day 118 of my weight loss journey, and I wanted to post a special update today to reply to this comment, because this user said that they started after me, they lost every bit as much weight as I did, and it wasn't very hard, and I want to post an update to say, first, congratulations to that person. You're doing an incredible job, and I'm very proud of you. And to everyone else who's been on this weight loss journey, who's been losing faster than I am, I'm very proud of you. You're doing an incredible job, and it's really, really awesome that you're having so much success. If you're on this journey and you've lost less weight than me, I am every bit as proud of you, because we're all on the journey. You know, we're all working to improve ourselves, and that's something to be incredibly, incredibly proud of. If you've been at it for 6 months and you've lost 5 pounds, that's 5 pounds of difference, and you should be proud of that. I love you guys so much, and I'm so thankful for you.
First of all, how dare this commenter say something like that to this gem of a human being? So I wholeheartedly agree with every single thing that he said in response to this TikTok comment. I am also shocked that he was able to respond with such grace, because I would probably lose my if I was in his position and got a comment like this. He is a stronger man than I am. I'm not a man. You know what I mean. But I actually did get a comment like this. I posted on TikTok a while ago about having lost 30 pounds, actually the same amount of weight they're talking about here. And the before and after pictures that I posted were a year apart to lose like 30-ish pounds. And the transformation itself actually took closer to 9 months-ish, but the 2 photos that I had were like gym selfies in the same exact outfit that were like the same exact pose that were just like perfect. I've talked about like the importance of taking good photos to use for comparison in this video. So that's why I used that, because it was just a very, very great comparison. But somebody commented, they're like, why did it take you so long? I understand a little bit. Like, the industry as a whole, people on social media who claim to lose 10 pounds in a week, we'll see one, or even like 10, I don't know. I'm getting pretty frustrated about ones we haven't even watched yet. Because you're exposed to that constantly, I don't necessarily blame people for thinking that losing 30 pounds in a year, it is a long time. Like, why did it take you so long? And there are so many reasons to lose weight in a slow and sustainable way. I call it slow and sus. I talk about that in my free masterclass that you can watch if you'd like to check that out. The link is going to be in the description, just says free masterclass. I talk about this concept of like slow and sus, slow and sustainable. That's what you want for weight loss. And some people choose to lose weight slowly, like me. I purposely slow down my weight loss in the event that I'm trying to lose weight because I understand the benefits of that. You're more likely to maintain more of your lean muscle mass or get to a situation where you could even be gaining muscle while losing fat. Depends. There are a lot of factors that go into that. It's also less stressful for your body. You don't have to be as drastic. Like, you can be more flexible. You can enjoy your food more. It's just so many reasons. But the point is, if you catch yourself thinking, wow, that person lost weight really slowly, what's the issue with that? Why is that a bad thing? Why is that a problem? I wholeheartedly agree with what he said. No matter how much weight you lose or how quickly you're losing it, it is something to be celebrated. If that's what your goal is and you're actively trying to lose weight and you're doing it in a healthy way, that should be celebrated. It is a big deal. Think about it for a second, okay? You decided to make a change. Maybe you're exercising more. Maybe you're paying more attention to the food that you eat. You're improving your lifestyle. Maybe you're working on your mindset too. All of those things that you were doing resulted in changing your physical body. Like, you did that. It's wild. It's so wild. I know it's easy to get discouraged when you're not losing weight as fast as you want, or you're not at your goal by the time you want to be at your goal, but like, you have to learn to celebrate every part of the process. Weight loss almost always takes longer than you think it's going to take, so figure out how to enjoy the journey, and you can actually enjoy the journey more if you go the slow and sus route. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Hey TikTok, I have a diet tip for you guys. Every time you go to grab something from your fridge, make sure you have a mirror beside it.
All right, Tristan, let's chat, because this video was effed up. Also, did anyone notice his wonky thumbnail in the beginning of this? Because I'm staring at it right now. This is so toxic that I don't even know where to begin. You do not need to look a certain way to deserve food. Okay? You don't need to look a certain way to be able to eat a snack when you want a snack. Like, what happened in his brain, which is probably the size of his tiny thumbnail, that he was like, this is a good thing for me to share on the internet? I just am baffled. And I know there's like an association, obviously, with like calories and weight loss, and there's calories in food, and so if you don't like the way that you look, you need to manage your calories and eat less in order to lose weight and be able to look like I see the effed up connection that he made in his little thumbnail brain. But here's the thing. Out of all the calories you burn every single day, the majority of those calories are burned through your BMR, which is the calories you're burning while you're sleeping and resting and doing nothing. So anytime I hear the dumb advice of like, this is how many push-ups you need to do to burn off like this much of whatever, I'm like, or I could just go to bed tonight. How about that? Because I'm gonna burn all of those calories off while I'm sleeping. And obviously, like, there's a balance to be had amongst all of this, but this idea that like you need to earn your food somehow is stupid. It makes me so angry. I think that's all I'm gonna say about this one, because I'm like a little bit speechless almost. We know that would never happen because I talk a lot, but relative to my usual ramblings, I'm kind of speechless. Let's do the next one. so these weird tips come from Diana the dentist, which I can't believe I'm saying this phrase, but a dentist is not qualified to give you weight loss advice. This is a very common thing that I see on TikTok, where somebody who like has a physique that like fits the societal beauty standard. And I think in her caption, she said, this is what I did to lose 10 pounds. Like, so she is claiming that she did these things to lose 10 pounds. But it's very common for you to see somebody and they just use like their body or their own transformation as like, I'm an authority figure about this because I did it. And here's the thing. Correlation is not the same thing as causation. I don't know why I'm thinking about like toenails and fingernails. Probably still traumatized from Tristan's madness. But like, I could scratch my big toenail every single day over 6 months or however long I'm losing weight. Like, her first one was massage your earlobes. And the thing is she didn't explain any of these, so I can't necessarily like refute her reasoning for it. Like, if she could come up with like the mechanism of how rubbing your earlobes is gonna help with weight loss, I would be happy to hear that. But I'm going off of almost nothing. So that's how I'm thinking about it, right? If I scratch my big toenail every morning the entire time I lost weight, I'm not gonna go and tell you that scratching my big toenail like is a good weight loss tip. That's what's happening right here. And it was combined, like there's worse ones that we're gonna watch, worse than this one. But it was combined with like some decent tips, like eat slower. That's a good tip, I like that. And honestly, the first time I watched this, I thought it was gonna be a joke. Like, I honestly thought she was gonna be like, just kidding, at the end. Never came though. And it says this is a part 3. I don't even wanna know what part 1 and part 2 were about. It would be bad for my health to watch those. But it almost seems like it would be like a little bit genius, but also like diabolical if, I'm sure it's happening though, that people just like make these videos, they just like make stuff up because they know it's gonna get views because it's weird and it's crazy. She could be like an evil genius who just like makes up random stuff and combines it with like halfway decent weight loss tips like eat slower because she knows she's gonna get tons of views, and views usually equal like followers equals more money in a lot of ways. There's some sketchy people out there. Am I really thinking that that's what's going on here? No, I don't think so, but I think that that exists. I wouldn't be surprised. There are people who will purposely make something off in their videos because they know they're gonna get comments about it. Like they'll spell something wrong. They'll do something in the video that's like a little bit strange. Like, you could just like wear your t-shirt inside out in the middle of a video and not say anything about it. And then your comments would be filled with like, hey man, your t-shirt is on backwards. It's weird out there. It's weird. So when someone says, I did this and I lost weight, remember, correlation does not equal causation. Just because something happened at the same time as something else doesn't mean they were related at all. Let's move on. Also, warning, this one is gross, okay? Just be prepared to hit the stop or the X button if you're not into gross stuff. I don't know how else to warn you. There's so many things wrong with this. There's just so many things wrong with this. Why would you do that? This one or Tiny Thumbnail Guy are tied for being the worst. I think this one's number 1 though. There's no possible way that you have a good relationship with food if you're doing stuff like this, let alone recording a video and posting it. And we talked about people like purposely doing ridiculous stuff just for the views, but there's another, I'm gonna continue that on this one. When you are posting on social media, like I believe that we're all responsible for what we consume. Like, if you have seen someone else's video and it like was triggering for you, it like wasn't a good video for you to watch, you were the one that clicked on that video. You know, like, you have to take some responsibility at some point. But I also think that influencers need to be responsible. Like, you are influencing potentially thousands, with TikTok, millions of people. And you thought you should post this. It's so problematic. And the problem with TikTok is a lot of times, like, With YouTube, you go and click on somebody's video. With TikTok, it's just like, here you go. Like you're watching it before you even know what happened. And so TikTok is definitely a more challenging platform for being like a responsible consumer. And I don't know how to solve that necessarily. But shame on people who just post stuff like this. Like was there any thought behind this at all whatsoever? I don't think so. Because I feel like any like morally healthy person would not post something like this. Okay, we're gonna do one more real quick because I'm already like at how long I said I was gonna let this video be. And the last one's definitely not as bad as the last one. It's like a whole minute, so I'm actually gonna skip the middle. She's adding a bunch of vegetables and making a soup. So we start off saying lose 10 pounds in 3 days. Already extremely problematic. And then we just make a soup. We just make some soup. And then she says eat this for 3 days. I assume that means eat nothing but that for 3 days. I will say that maybe you will lose 10 pounds in 3 days, but it's not gonna be body fat. Maybe a tiny bit of that is body fat, but not any more than you could have lost eating something else besides just this soup. What happens is there's a lot of different reasons that your body weight will fluctuate, and carbohydrates, like fluid is a big one. And there's a lot of things that impact that. Carbohydrates and sodium are really big factors. And so if you eat nothing but that for 3 days, you're eating very low sodium, very low in carbs, and both of those things encourage water storage within your body, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And so you no longer have that storage of fluid in your body, which is a bad thing. And that's the weight that you're losing. It's water, it's fluid. And this is what happens with the keto diet, actually. And perfect example, I did a consultation about like why this is problematic. Not only are you just not gonna keep the weight off, and again, that wasn't fat, so like what was the point? But I did a consultation yesterday with somebody who had done keto in the past, found success with keto, lost like 50 pounds in a short amount of time with keto, and now they're trying to do things the slow and sus way. Again, watch my free masterclass if you want to learn more about my approach to weight loss in a healthy way. That's enjoyable. And so now he's trying to do things the slow and sus way, the best way to lose weight, and he's having a really hard time having a good relationship with food. He said even years after doing keto, he has this deeply held belief that carbs make you fat, that if you're eating carbs, you can't lose weight, because we hear people say that even though it's not true. And then you have an experience like doing keto, cutting out carbs, losing 50 pounds to validate that, even though that's not why you lost the weight. He said himself that he was extremely calorie restricted when he did keto the first time and lost all that weight. He's like, I understand that the calorie deficit was what happened and why that happened. But so now he has a bad relationship with food years later and unrealistic expectations for how quickly he should be losing weight years later. And so now not only is he on the battle of just losing weight, he is now experiencing the battle of trying to unlearn the things that he learned from that past experience with a very restrictive diet and drastic weight loss. So like I said, losing weight in a slow and sustainable way is the right way. It's the best way. You should never feel bad for losing weight slowly. It's all around healthier and better in almost all situations. I'm not gonna get into like the exact nuance, but like probably if you're watching this, you should be doing it slow and sustainable. Okay, so that's all I have for you. I need to like go take a chill pill. I don't think I took a deep breath that entire time. Time to relax. I feel tired. Like all of that made me tired. Like I need to go take a nap. I don't know. I hope that by me calling out this stuff, you can see that it's not normal and how problematic it really is. I did a consultation with another person yesterday. I did 3 consultations yesterday. By the way, if you want to book a consultation with me, they're only going to be available for a couple of more months. I decided to not offer that service anymore, coming up soon, potentially March. So go ahead and book that while it's available if you want to. But I did this consultation yesterday with this other person, and she was so freaking close to like the perfect weight loss strategy. And mainly all she wanted from me was validation that she was doing the right thing. And I told her at the end, after we fully talked about everything, I was like, you are the one that's correct. I know it's tough because you're in this society, you're getting bombarded from the weight loss industry and social media that's convincing you that you're maybe not right, that you're wrong, that you should be losing weight more quickly, that you should be doing something more drastic. But you are the one that's right. And you just have to like hold strong and know that in a sea of a lot of people doing really weird stuff and problematic stuff, that you are on the right track. And that's challenging. So if you've been doing stuff slow and sustainable, healthy, working on your mindset, working on your relationship with food, trying to enjoy exercise and not be miserable, losing weight in a slow and sustainable way, not using strategies that aren't gonna work for you, and you're struggling, I hope this is a good reminder to you that like, you are on the right track. You are here on my channel watching this video because you want to be on the right track and you maybe want some reinforcement that what you're doing is correct, and here it is. Like, you are on the right track. You are seeking out this information because you know that you need to be doing something different. Okay? You are safe here. That's why I created FrumpyFit. I wanted a safe space for you to get accurate information and just be sheltered from all the craziness out here. Stay in the bubble with me. So if you haven't yet, subscribe, like, comment on this video, really helps me out. You can also follow me on TikTok and on Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.